Today we're diving into an important topic for dog owners, spaying your dog. Whether you're a new puppy parent or considering this step for your adult dog, this video will walk you through the process, pros and cons, and talk about a few things to consider before making your decision. Welcome back to It's All About the Dachshund channel, and for those new, we show videos on Dachshund puppy development and the daily life of a mum and daughter pair of miniature Dachshunds. So what is spaying? Spaying is the surgical removal of the female dog's reproductive organs, i.e. the ovaries and uterus. It's a routine procedure done under general anesthesia. If dogs are not used for breeding, it is recommended to do it 3 months after the first season. As my female dog had 3 litters, she was neutered 30 days after the last puppies left. This allowed her hormones and her mammary glands to get back to normal. Before a full anesthesia, your dog will have a full veterinary health check, which may also include blood work. The dog will receive a sedation, a venous catheter, and then placed under GA. The dog will be connected to an anesthetic machine where gas and oxygen is provided. The belly is shaved and prepped for surgery. During the procedure, your vet will make a small incision in the abdomen just below the belly button. The ovaries and cervix are ligated off and then removed. The abdomen is then closed up in 3 layers. Absorbable sutures are used for the muscle and fat layer, so only the skin stitches will have to be removed in 10 to 14 days, depending on the size of the dog. The whole thing usually takes about 40 to 60 minutes, and your dog can go home the same day. Foxy also had a dental done at the end of her surgery. There are pros and cons of doing this under the same anesthesia. A dental is considered a dirty op and is not usually advisable to do it at the same time as a clean op, as there is a risk of contamination. As the anesthesia was very stable, I wanted to save her from another anesthetic and recovery time, so I had it done at the end. I brush her teeth almost every day, so it was really just a scale and polish. However, her top last teeth, like our wisdom teeth, had to be removed as it's not possible to reach them with a toothbrush. Having said that, no antibiotics were needed. She only received anti-inflammatory painkillers post-op. During the anesthesia, there is a lot of monitoring to ensure she is safe. Her heart rate, respiratory rate, CO2 levels, oxygen saturation, ECG, blood pressure and temperature are the basic parameters that get checked throughout the anesthesia. Here you can see an ultrasonic scaler is used to remove the tartar. It is vital that a polisher is used afterwards so that the plaque will not be able to attach itself to the microscopic abrasions caused by the scaler. A smooth surface is needed to keep them clean. Here she is waking up on a heat mat. There is an infrared light to the side of her, so the colour in the video is a bit off. This is to ensure her body temperature does not drop. Here her daughter is waiting patiently by her side, giving her little kisses. Now let's talk about the pros of spaying. Spaying your dog has many benefits. It greatly reduces the risk of uterine infections and mammary tumors, which are often malignant in dogs. It also eliminates the risk of unwanted pregnancies and dealing with the seasons. Spayed dogs may also show fewer behaviours driven by hormones, like roaming to find a mate or aggression linked to reproductive cycles. Some owners even notice their dog becoming more relaxed overall. But like any medical procedure, spaying isn't without its downsides. There's always a small risk with anesthesia, especially for older or medically fragile dogs. Some studies suggest that early spaying might increase the risk of incontinence later in life. Recovery after anesthesia, despite pain relief, can be uncomfortable for the dog initially. And yes, spayed dogs can be prone to weight gain, but with proper diet and exercise, this is manageable. Foxy woke up really quickly from her surgery. She is already lifting her head. She's still tired and needs to rest. What a champ! Post-surgery, your dog will need about 10 to 14 days to recover. She might be a little groggy at first, and it's important to keep her calm, no running, jumping or rough play. A buster collar or cone or a bodysuit helps prevent licking or chewing at the stitches. I knew Foxy would hate the cone, so she got the bodysuit. Here she is the next day having a gentle stroll to do her business. She had painkiller for a week and she had to wear her bodysuit for 10 days post-op. Her wound healed so beautifully. She only had 2 stitches and there was absolutely no swelling or redness. That's why timing and individual health are key. Always speak with your vet to determine the best approach. In some cases, vets may suggest waiting a bit longer than 3 months after the first season, especially for large or giant breeds. This is the wound 3 days post-op. The antiseptic silver spray has almost gone and there is no redness or swelling. So to recap, spaying helps prevent serious health issues later in life, reduces unwanted litters, and it may improve behavior. But it does come with some considerations like recovery, weight gain, and post-op complications like wound infections. Foxy was a champ post-op. She ate that same evening and wanted to go outside to do her business. It is not unusual for patients to have accidents indoors or cry the first night. Not Foxy. She was a pure champ. At 5 days post-op, the hair's beginning to grow back. This is when the wound is itchy and you have to be careful the dog doesn't lick the wound. A week after the surgery, the skin has almost healed. The wound is dry and clean. It was finally day 10 after the surgery and it was time to remove her stitches. She was very brave and didn't even flinch. She was happy to remove her bodysuit and she was allowed to go on longer walks again, much to her satisfaction. Foxy's neutering was done about 3 months ago, so I can give you some personal feedback on how it went. Her appetite has increased a little, but as long as I keep an eye on her meals, she will hopefully keep her nice waistline. I also noticed she's perhaps a little calmer than before, but as soon as she sees a ball, it is game time. If you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more pet care tips and dog-friendly adventures. Drop a comment below if you've recently spayed your dog or have any questions. We'd love to hear from you.